Enoch, just get back to that. I know I kind of got off topic, but Enoch, he basically tells you that he basically talks about getting out of the matrix. He talks about how God, how he basically tells how God saved Enoch from death. Do you understand what I understand what I'm saying when he says that Enoch is the only person that didn't die, or something like that. Something like that. I can't remember the exact quote or scripture, but that's one of the videos that really let me know that not only that Enoch knew what he was talking about, or that Enoch was somebody that wasn't just in front of the camera talking. And what he was saying was very important. And encouraged me to listen even more, because I knew that it had some grounds in truth. And I won't say that's the only reason why I listened, because again, like at that point, I was still kind of like a seeker. Like the point when I started listening to or watching Enoch's videos, I kind of had lost a little bit of my way in terms of looking at or practicing certain spiritual practices. But I stayed with a lot of things at my core, but I wasn't actively seeking certain things. Like sometimes you can look at a title and see, excuse me. Thank you, buddy. Shout out to Robbie Kai. Only old YouTube heads or Twitter heads will understand who that is, or know who that is. But I wasn't seeking certain things. But you can look at certain titles and it'll draw you into like the video, and it'll make you think or make you wonder, like, what is this video about? And then they'll touch on things that you wouldn't necessarily expect them to touch on. And something that happened to me recently was I was watching a video that Enoch posted, and he touched on a lot of the things that I was experiencing in the moment, or basically within that day, like a lot of the topics that I was thinking about that day. And they just like a huge level of resonance was there, and like it's very interesting. Like I'd only experienced that maybe once or twice in my life prior to that, and I didn't understand what it meant, but it excited me. It made me feel like somebody understood me. And it's a good feeling, very good feeling, when you feel like somebody out there is not only going through what you're going through, they understand what you are talking about or what you're thinking about on a daily basis. And he put me on to gang stalking. I think that's one of the things that kind of drew me into Enoch as well, was the fact that he was talking about gang stalking and the breakdown of what gang stalking was, because I didn't know that that's what I was going through when I was going through it, because I had never experienced that in this lifetime. But in the past lifetime I had experienced it, but you know, I didn't understand what it was. In this lifetime I had to come to remember what it was. And I'm thankful for the fact that I've come to remember what it was, and I was exposed to what it was again. But he put me on to gang stalking, and it was very, very, very interesting that he knew what it was and I didn't. So I'm forever grateful. I express gratitude to Enoch. I express gratitude to SpiritualSo. I express gratitude to Infinite Waters. And I think that's all for now. yeah, I think that's all for now. That's all. That's the people. Those are the people that I want to really pay homage to, because they really reminded me of things, or they really made me feel like I was on a certain frequency and really feel like I resonated with somebody. And another thing about Enoch was he was encouraging people to share and to put information out there that they have that may help somebody else out. Because something else about breath work, and I'm gonna end it with this. Something else about breath work that I learned was we focus a lot on, I want to say, when you think about breath work, you have to think about it in reverse. We focus a lot on giving because we're constantly like exhaling or something like that. It's backward. We're constantly exhaling, but we're not focused on receiving. So, in that way, we have to think about it like this. We are receiving information on a spiritual level. We're receiving information which we're not used to it, so we don't know how to process it. But we have to focus on giving, like giving it back, like releasing it, exhaling it. So we tend to hold on to things, and since we hold on to things, we don't know how to let it go. We don't know how to release it. And that's what it was for me. I didn't know how to get in front of the camera and talk to people and tell them what I was going through, or there was certain emotions telling me that people wouldn't understand, and you know, certain fears that were kind of like holding me back. But now I've reached a point of expanding and wanting to expand and wanting to release and give more than I receive. And I really wanted to share that point as well, because I think it's very important that we, you know, get into the habit of giving in that regard, like in a spiritual way. And I really want to I really wanted to get that out, and I'm gonna end it here, and I love you.